Okay, so I am going to do a series of videos here. This is video number 1 to address the claims in this particular upload here that came up to banned.video from the Flyover Conservatives back on March 23rd. And from the looks of this, it should be something called Level With Me, right? And Level With Me is a flat Earth documentary. It is the third one in a series. The second one was Level, I don't remember, what is it called? Level Truth or something like that. And the first one is just called Level. So this concerns me because I listen to Alex Jones and the other various news sources here at InfoWars. I trust those news sources much better than my television. And it concerns me when I see a Christian organization, the Flyover Conservatives. They claim to be born-again Christians. I'm not going to argue with that right this second. But they are pushing this flat earth thing because this guy, the man of the husband and wife team, David, has fallen for this flat earth hoax. And so he is pushing it within the conspiracy community. You know, it takes wisdom to figure out which conspiracies are true and which ones are not. And unfortunately, there are certain kinds of people out there that fall for all of the conspiracy theories. But they're not all true. A lot of them are, but not all of them. So I was concerned with, oh great, he's pushing more flat earth stuff again. Because this is not the first time. First, I noticed several months ago, it might have even been a year ago, he did an interview with Flat Earth Dave, a guy named Dave Weiss, W-E-I-S-S. And Flat Earth Dave went on for almost 3 hours just spitting out all of the Flat Earth rhetoric without any pushback at all from David, because David believes him. So it was just a chance for Flat Earth Dave to spit out all of his false claims uninterrupted and unchallenged. So I started making a refutation script for that, and it's a 3-hour video, so that's a much larger project. I've actually done all of the script. I've written it. It's in a Word file somewhere, but I never made a video out of it yet. Now this comes along, and this one is shorter. This is only an hour long, basically, and this one little thing just kind of sets the whole thing up, in my view, of how observant these flat earthers actually are not. They are not observant. See what it says here? Level with me. That's what I thought I was going to watch. And it turns out Level with Me is the third installment in their Level movie franchise. I don't know if they're making any money off of it. So I pressed play and I start watching Level with Me, and it turns out it's not Level with Me. For some reason, they used the wrong thumbnail there. The movie that you actually see, if you press play there, is the first one, Level. Which works out good for me, because I've never seen it, and I've never had a chance to refute it specifically, so I guess God's providence has me refuting the first one first, and then after I'm done with this, I'll go on to the second one, and then I'll finally find Level with Me and do that one too. Maybe that's God's plan for me. I don't know. We'll see. But for right now, we're going to look at this one. Now, as you see here on the screen, I have it all spliced up in all sorts of ways, but I have not deleted anything except for the music. I was able to remove the music from it so that it's not distracting us. You'll still hear little things here and there that are remnant of the music, but for the most part, it is just the speakers, and that's more important for us to pay attention to. So this is their little title screen, whatever, opening. There was just music underneath it. And then it eventually comes up to here, and that says Level, not Level with Me. Took me a little while to realize that this was not level with me. So this is the first one. And this here, now, this is where it starts.
So there it is.
There's what?
The Earth from outer space.
Which landmass
Do you
is that?
believe...
Now, this is a big straw man argument that he's setting you up for. He's trying to make it look so realistic that he's able to trick you into thinking that this is really a live stream of the Earth from space. Okay, that's what he's setting up here. But he says, do you believe this is a real live shot of the Earth? And I look at it and I go, I don't recognize that landmass. I'm kind of good at geography. And I don't see how that fits Australia or Africa or South America. What landmass is this? Is this the edge of Russia and China and all that? Was Japan supposed to be here? But none of that's here. So, no, I don't recognize this as Earth. Because I don't recognize this as one of the Earth's continents. So, no, I don't.
Do you believe this is a real live recording?
Okay, I pressed play on a pre-recorded video, so no. Why would I believe it's a live recording when it's a pre-recorded video that I clicked on? It's a dumb question. He's just setting you up, obviously. And you know that he is.
Do you believe? How about now? Does this make it more believable?
No, not when you show me an Earth with absolutely zero atmosphere. Where is the cloud cover? Where is any form of weather on this supposed map? Is it supposed to be this? I see slight changes in color there, but those don't look like clouds. I don't see any clouds over the landmass. So why would I think that this is a real shot of Earth? And that's not even the best argument yet.
Ask yourself,
is this real? Do you believe?
See, that's the thing. There's no camera out far enough to be able to capture this kind of a shot of the real Earth. Where would the camera have to be? It would have to be, like, further out than the moon is. Which then also begs the question, where is the moon in this shot?
Let's try this another way.
Breaking news. NASA finally did it. They finally did it. They're finally live streaming the Earth spinning from outer space.
From the ISS, correct. The International Space Station is orbiting the Earth, and you can go to YouTube or their website or whatever, and you can watch that stream, I believe, virtually any time. It might go down from time to time, but it is generally there for the public to be able to watch what the Earth looks like from the ISS orbiting the Earth. And you're just painting it out as if it's fake, but it's there. So are you claiming that all of that live streaming from NASA is actually CGI, that you have to go there instead of believing that it's really the ISS? But come on, it's really the ISS.
The world is celebrating. This one will go down in
History.
Convinced? Well,
Okay,
if you
this just
didn't
gets
fall
even
for
weirder.
that, then why would you fall for this? Maybe you just never
Paid attention.
Now, see, he thinks he's proving something here. And what he's proving is that he doesn't understand cameras. He points to this. That is the altitude. And then points to the curvature over here on the edge of the frame. What does this mean? I'll show you this on the screen. I put these words here. There you go. Earth curve. There's Earth curve. Plus straight lines. That is a straight line. This is a straight line. This is a rocket shooting up into space, right? So the edges of the rocket going up into space are straight lines. When you've got a curvature and straight lines, it equals not a fisheye lens. This camera shot is not from a fisheye lens. There's zero distortion coming from a fisheye lens in this, and you can tell that because of the straight lines.
When you do pay attention, you start to notice things. Are you paying attention?
Right? So now he switches it over to a different camera shot. This is not the same camera. And now all of a sudden, it's a different altitude, and there's a different Earth curvature. It's going the opposite way, right? So how do we tell what the truth is here? It's a different camera. It doesn't show the same rocket right in front of it like it did in the last one. And there's no straight lines anywhere. Anywhere. Show me a straight line of something. There's no straight lines in this shot. Therefore, this is a fisheye lens, which is going to cause distortion mainly on the outer edges of the lens. So anything up top, anything on the bottom, and anything over here on the side. That's why this is curved the wrong way, because of the fisheye lens. Okay, so narrated by this guy. Okay, this guy is the famous Eric Dubay. And boy, does he look like a nice Christian boy, doesn't he? Look at that yoga pose with all of the New Age Hindu type stuff all over the place. This guy is a New Ager. He is not a believer in Christ. He does not have the Holy Spirit indwelling him like a born-again Christian does. He does not have discernment. I would even say that there's a possibility that this guy is perpetrating the fraud on purpose. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not going to accuse him like they do. I'm not going to, like they're going to say about Neil deGrasse Tyson later. They're just going to outright say, you're a shill and you're being paid by NASA and you're blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say that about this guy. I don't know that he is paid by the CIA to start the flat earth hoax. But it could be true. And if anybody did that, it would have to be this guy, because he's the one that started it on YouTube back in about 2013. So why would we as Christians who believe the Holy Word of God, why would we be listening to this guy, a New Ager that admittedly doesn't believe in the Bible? Okay, and this guy, Eric Dubay.
Did you know that starting at the end of 2015 through 2017, flat Earth was one of the top search terms in the USA, let alone the world?
Yes, I did know that. And that is because you started this hoax, or somebody like you, back in 2013. And so you started it, give it a couple of years for it to blossom, and by 2015 and 2017, your fraud had grown to the point where now the world is buying into this fraud. And so now you've got a whole bunch of people with tattoos, all over them, falling for this stuff. No, I don't mean that tattoos mean anything here. I'm just saying that these are... we'll get to that when we get to the other people, because there's people in this video that are just literally covered in tattoos. And, moving on.
While most of you were falling for the political charades, the rest of us were trying to discover the true nature about our world.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. These are the kind of people that think that Trump is actually part of the system, and he is actually part of the fraud, and he's friends with Hillary Clinton, and they're just fooling everybody. Now, back in that time, I was able to monitor what was going on with the politics of the United States. And at the same time, I was also able to address the claims of the flat earthers that had just come around a couple of years before that. So I was able to do both. Why weren't you?
I'm sure a lot of you have heard about my $200,000 Globe Challenge. And up to this point, No one has been successful at completing the challenge.
Yeah, I wonder
We've
why.
had a few clowns here and there.
Yeah, clowns. If you actually try to refute what he says, you're a clown. That's childish name calling. Okay?
That have stepped up to the plate. Here we go. And claimed victory. But at the end of the day, you can't make water stick to the bottom of a ball, much less spinning.
Oh, is that the criteria for your challenge? So to prove that I can have your $200,000, I need to prove to you that water can stick to the bottom of a ball. If that is the criteria, then keep your money. Because you're asking somebody to prove something that's not possible. But none of us who believe in the globe are making that claim. Therefore, you are creating a straw man argument out of this. We don't claim that water sticks to the bottom of a ball. You know what our argument is here. Gravity. But you don't want to believe in gravity. So you force us to do something impossible to fulfill your challenge so that we can claim your money. See, that's a fake contest is what that is. But we're not done. He's got more.
Okay? You can't show where sea level turns to sea curve.
Actually, we can. Just look at the globe.
There's no...
But see, they use that word sea curve because it goes against it. It's synonymous. It's the opposite of level. So curve and level, we call it sea level, and they choose to call it sea curve, which is another straw man argument. Nobody calls it sea curve. We don't claim to call it sea curve. They do it, and they do it as a pejorative. They're like attacking us, claiming that we believe in sea curve when all you see is a flat horizon, right? So we're not claiming that it curves in the way you're saying. Again, gravity does the curving, and therefore it stays level, both at the same time. And you people are just too scientifically inept to be able to understand that because you have the spirit of confusion.
There's no curvature on the x-axis or y-axis.
Because it's a three-dimensional world we live in. That includes a z-axis. Why didn't you mention the z? Do you live in a two-dimensional... well, see, that's kind of what they're saying. But even the flat world wouldn't be two-dimensional. We're not all left... boy, how would you even say that? That's a concept you can't even really consider. We have height. I'm 5'9 3/4. That wouldn't be possible if we were living in a two-dimensional world. So where's the z-axis in your science? Something else about this. They claim that the horizon looks so flat when the obvious argument... it's an obvious bad argument because even if their flat Earth was a big round disc, it would still have a curved edge. So either way, you're going to see a curved horizon to some degree. Unless, of course, you're a flat earther that believes that we are on a square with four corners, like the Bible says. In which case I say, fine, show me your flat edge and show me the corners. Even one of them. Just show me one corner on this earth, and that will be observable science. Where are those pictures? They don't exist because Earth is not a flat square. It is not a flat disc. It is a globe.
That stuff is flat.
Here's a fair challenge here for Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Is it fair?
Why don't you get off your fat, lazy butt?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a way to woo somebody in to debate you. Definitely. Oh yeah. He's definitely going to react to that. Sure.
And out from behind your screens and your scripts.
Earth.
Now, I would like you to pay attention to these following clips of Neil deGrasse Tyson and find out how many times he is reading from a script. I'm pretty sure the answer is 0. So if he just accused him of reading from scripts, then why don't you show me clips of him reading from scripts? Which means somebody else wrote the script and he's being told what to say. That's the heart of the accusation. So what does Neil deGrasse Tyson say here?
And out from behind your screens and your scripts,
Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles.
So Earth got a little bit wider at its equator than it did pole to pole.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out.
like spinning pizza dough.
Yeah.
You know, it just gets flat.
If you were
Okay, see, so he's showing how Neil is claiming that, he is a Darwinist, he believes in billions of years, and he believes that 4.6 or whatever billion years ago, the Earth formed and went through some sort of process, evolution, if you will, into where it's doing this orbiting thing, and it gets bigger in the middle because of centrifugal force and a little flatter on the poles. Now, theoretically, that makes way more sense than what the flat earthers believe. But again, he is a Darwinist. He believes in billions of years. I do not. So I am not endorsing what he's saying there. But what he did say, theoretically, in the world of Darwinism, is actually correct.
a cosmic giant and you came up to Earth and you rubbed your finger over Earth's surface, it would feel as smooth as a cue ball to you.
Okay, now he's going to say that again in a different way.
Wow.
If you shrunk Earth down to the size of a cue ball,
Yeah.
it would be one of the smoothest, roundest cue balls ever made. That's how round Earth is. So it's
Okay, that is true, but it includes the water. Okay, if you took all of the water away, and now you've got just the ocean floors, which is just lots of hills and crevices and blah blah blah. It's certainly not flat down there. It might be a little bit more rough of a cue ball, I suppose, but not really that much. With the water, all you now have is a bunch of continents, such as Asia with the Himalayan mountains, the highest peak on the Earth, Mount Everest. You have those sticking up over the water. Those are going to be the bumps on this cue ball that he's talking about. But the Earth is so huge that even those bumps are not big enough to be felt. That is his point, is that the amount of altitude or elevation that these mountains go up to is still not big enough to be significant compared to the entire size of the globe. That is his point, and he is right about that.
So it's not actually a sphere. It's oblate, where it's like pear-shaped.
Neil deGrasse.
See, that was put in there to try and paint him out as being contradicting himself, because he just said it's very round, it's that round, and then he says it's actually not round, it's a sphere, or a oblate spheroid. Now, why does that still both make sense? Because now he's talking about it without the water. That's the difference now.
So it's not actually a sphere. It's oblate, where it's like pear-shaped.
Right, and that's true when you take all of the water away. Okay, play.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's funny. 6 years ago, I sent a whole bunch of questions for you to answer. And I notice you haven't answered them.
Yeah, and who are you? Why would a celebrity like Neil deGrasse Tyson come down to your level? Especially when he thinks you're crazy for believing in flat Earth. I don't blame him for ignoring all of you little flat Earth people. Why would he elevate your status by honoring you with a debate over ridiculous stuff?
You're not a scientist. You're an
yeah.
actor.
Yeah, here's
with
the
With a
accusation.
couple of science degrees.
Now that is really insane to claim that. A man with a couple of science degrees, as if they came around after his acting career. It's ridiculous. This is just one of those demonic accusations that come from these flat earthers. And there's no proof of it.
There's people with those same qualifications flipping burgers in Burger King.
Really? Really? Please show me as many as you can of these people working at Burger King that are flipping burgers that have 2 science degrees. Please find me as many of them as you can. I would love to find these people that you claim exist.
So you don't impress me.
Neil, disgrace.
This guy is really over the top. This guy is very, very demonically strong. His demons, his legion is very, very strong.
Tyson, you are a lying Jesuit thug and a deceiver. You are a degenerate from hell. Good luck to all your lying when you're down in hell doing favors for demons. And remember my name when you're in there. Santos Bonacci.
Wow. The bravado from these guys. They think they are so right and they are so wrong. It is sad, really, to see people deceived this badly. Now, what did that guy do? All he did was he just called Neil a liar. He called him a Jesuit. I don't believe that Jesuits are good. I am not a fan of Jesuits. But I don't think Jesuits have anything at all to do with a supposed globe hoax. There's zero evidence of that. This guy's just into so many different conspiracy theories that he just lumps the flat earth in with the Jesuit conspiracy, which does exist, but that doesn't mean that they have anything to do with flat earth, the shape of the earth. It's just a accusation without any evidence.
Santos.
Okay, and then there's this next guy. Oh, and this guy, how they put this guy in the video to begin with, and this clip itself is just, it's kind of like a car wreck where you can't look away, but it's horrible. You know, I just can't believe that this guy thought that this clip was good to put into the video.
Bonacci.
Neil, you talk about pears so much. Why don't you try eating a few, you fat? Pears actually good.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just attack him for being fat. And is he? I don't see Neil deGrasse Tyson as being obese. Is he really? He might be a little overweight from being an older guy. That's normal. Why are you guys attacking him for being fat, supposedly? Is that how you win debates? By calling people fat? And then eating a pear? And it's, it seems like this guy ate a pear for the first time himself. Watch how he responds after he eats the pear.
Pear's actually good.
You didn't know that to begin with? Was this your first pear? So you're telling Neil he should eat pears so that he can get as physically fit as you. These people just, they'll argue with anything except for the actual facts.
Hey, Neil.
Okay, and then there's ODD TV, which to me looks like Odd TV. But he pronounces it ODD TV for some reason. I don't know, but it's not his real name. It's a stage name. And this guy's a rapper who made it famous because he's a flat earther. He's not famous. He's certainly not famous as being a rapper. He became famous in the flat earth world. And now his rap is for that. He's not famous out in the regular world. Nobody knows who this guy is. As far as I know, I don't know.
If the level and motionless plane is so easily debunked, so easily refuted, then why don't you just debate Eric Dubay?
Yeah. All of them now want to get Neil deGrasse Tyson to officially debate Eric Dubay.
Why don't you get off your fat, lazy butt out from behind your screens and your scripts
And debate Eric Dubay. You've heard the name Eric Dubay, but you're scared. You're chicken.
Yeah, you could have said just chicken, But no, you had to put the swear word in there too, because there's no Holy Spirit in you.
You won't debate Eric Dubay because you don't have a script and lines and people telling you what to say.
Yeah, okay, now, remember? Did you see him using a script in any of those clips back then? I didn't. I saw him talking off the top of his head. So where are these scripts that you're talking about?
You know you'll get demolished. Why don't you just come on a podcast or any type of show? 30 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe an hour.
As if you'd be happy with just 15 minutes. You wouldn't let him go. You would keep him there for 4, 5, 6 hours. You would not stop.
And debate Eric
The
Dubay.
earth isn't flat.
See how much of a man you are there, Mr.
See, even Neil deGrasse is lost and uses profanity too. Fortunately, that one was already censored out.
Mr. Mic Drop.
Looks like we're going to have...
Yeah, and so they're so offended by this mic drop thing. You know, wasn't it Chris Rock that started that a long time ago? Chris Rock famously dropped the microphone at the end of his comedy bit, and it was such a huge impact that it became a cultural phenomenon. And now everybody does the mic drop from time to time to make a point after you say something. And so apparently Neil deGrasse Tyson did it at one point, and it's so offensive that now Eric Dubay has to do it too. He'll do it at the end of this. But so apparently there was going to be some sort of a debate between the two of them.
Looks like we're going to have Eric Dubay, he said he's agreed to do it, talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What?
Yes. I had asked you to debate one of them flat earth guys.
No, I don't. I can't. No.
I know. We talked about it, and we were going to have him on Skype.
No, what we do is, and I think this is a diabolical plot, so that the next time we can ship people en masse into orbit, they all want to be the first in line because they know we're going to send them, so that they can see the round Earth. They're going to be the first ones in space, just so they can stop annoying the rest of us.
I don't think you're correct.
And
Now, personally, I think Neil was just trying to be funny when he was giving that particular answer. I don't blame this guy he's a celebrity. He's probably a millionaire or whatever. He's a celebrity. He's up there in the world. Why on earth would he debate some nobody that believes in ridiculous stuff? That's going to be his mindset. No, I'm not doing that. Why don't you argue with a 9-year-old over Santa Claus? You know, you're not going to win a debate with a flat earther who's just not going to listen no matter what you say because of the spirit of confusion in them all. Okay? So now Neil doesn't know that. He just knows that they're not going to listen. So why would he waste his time on a debate over a ridiculous topic like this? He's not. I don't blame him. But, hey, Eric Dubay, I'll debate you. No, I'm not a celebrity like Neil, but I'll debate you. And you know what? I'm going to debate you whether you like it or not.
I know that you're not correct. Why the backpedaling, Neil? You already agreed to debate me on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Did he? I did not see anything in the clips that you gave, and you should have provided that video evidence of him accepting this challenge to begin with. I didn't see it. It wasn't there. Joe Rogan said that there was going to be a debate, but did Neil ever actually agree to it? Why wasn't that video clip shown? I don't know that he actually did. Now, if he did, okay, I can be corrected on that. Maybe he agreed to it first and then realized, this is stupid, I'm not doing this. But he's not going to now.
The show was scheduled, posted on Joe's site, announced on air twice, and then you suddenly decided that you, quote, don't debate flat earthers. What happened?
He got busy.
I'll tell you what happened.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He's going to tell you what happened, and he's going to completely just make up a total accusation that he has absolutely zero proof for.
Someone at NASA told Neil, we're not going to let you go head-to-head with Eric Dubay because he'll make you look foolish.
Really? Where's your proof that that happened? Who is this person at NASA? Where you have zero evidence for such an accusation. And then here's Eric Dubay, one of the biggest posers in the world right now.
Prove me wrong.
Man, it's like I'm watching a 12-year-old. Really, I mean, who thinks that that was a good idea? Are you in your... No, I'm not going there. So that's who we're dealing with here. Eric Dubay. Would you like it if I started doing these sort of accusations against you, too? You are a CIA shill that is creating a hoax against the world of Christianity to try and make us stupid. That's what you are. I could say that. And actually, that is kind of what I believe. But do I know it for absolute certain? No, because I base what I say off of evidence, and I don't have evidence that there is a link between Eric Dubay and the CIA yet. So I'm not going to make the same kind of false accusations that you did just a second ago against Neil. I'm going to suggest that maybe you are involved in some sort of hoax. Maybe it had something to do with the deep state or something. I don't know. But I know that the science that you try and push in your films is just completely scientifically invalid. And that's what I'm going to debate you on in the next video.